All right, let's get into it. Today, we're going to deconstruct an instrument you have heard a million times, but you might not really know. We're going under the hood of the cello to figure out what makes it sound so absolutely epic.
So, I've got a bit of a mystery for you. What do the most intense movie battle scenes, those pump-up songs you listen to, and the soundtracks to massive open-world video games all have in common? They all share a secret weapon, an instrument that can be this really gentle voice one minute and an absolute beast the next. And yep, you guessed it, that weapon is the cello.
So how does it actually do all that? In this first part, we're going to break down the cello's design. We're going to treat it like a high-performance piece of tech to see exactly where it gets all its power.
Okay, so think of the cello like a custom-built gaming PC. The body? That's your speaker box, right? It's perfectly crafted from spruce and maple to just pump out sound. The long neck is kind of like the keyboard, where you're selecting all your different notes. And the bridge, that little piece of wood, is like the CPU, the critical processor that's transferring all the vibrations from the strings to the body. But here's the secret component, okay? The hidden upgrade you don't even see from the outside. Inside the cello, there's this small wooden stick called the sound post. Now, it might not look like much, but it is the absolute key to the cello's rich, full sound. It connects the front and back of the body to make the entire instrument vibrate as one. It's like a secret power-up that just boosts the cello stats across the board.
Let's talk strings. A standard cello has 4 of them, and you can think of each one like a gear in a high-performance car. The low C string, that's your first gear, deep and rumbling. The high A string, that's your top gear, perfect for those soaring melodies. And the G and D strings in the middle, well, they give you all the versatility you need for the journey in between.
Okay, so we've got the hardware specs down, but how does this thing actually turn on? Now we're going to look at the cello's engine, its power source, and the physics behind that epic sound.
There are 2 main ways to power up the cello. First is bowing. This creates a long, smooth, sustained note, kind of like a continuous laser beam of sound. The other way is plucking the string, which is called pizzicato, and that creates a short, punchy sound, more like a single shot.
So how does that bowing action even work? Well, it's this super fast chain reaction. First, the bow, which is coated in this sticky stuff called rosin, grips and pulls the string. Second, the string snaps back and vibrates like crazy. Third, that vibration travels down through the bridge. And fourth, the hollow body acts like a massive amplifier, turning that tiny little vibration into the huge sound we all recognize.
So, how do you get more than just 4 notes? It's simple physics, really. Imagine a rubber band. If you stretch it out long and pluck it, you get a low sound, right? But if you shorten it, the sound gets higher. It's the exact same idea with the cello strings. By pressing a string down against the fingerboard, you're changing its length, and that's how a cellist can play basically any note they want.
All right, now that we know how it works, let's look at what it does. A cello is a super versatile player that can switch its role depending on the situation. You can think of these as the cello's different game modes.
Okay, check this out. In a huge orchestra, the cello section is often the tank. They provide this powerful, solid foundation that the whole team relies on. But in a smaller string quartet, it's more like the point guard, setting up the plays and controlling the flow of the game. And when it's a solo concerto, then the cello is the MVP, the star player out front, handling all the most difficult and heroic parts.
So why does it get all these cool jobs? A big reason is this. Composers absolutely love the cello because its sound is so often described as warm and human-like. I mean, it can be powerful and majestic, but it can also be tender and heartbreaking. That incredible range makes it the perfect voice to carry a melody and really connect emotionally with the audience.
But here's the thing. The cello is not just stuck in the past. It is seriously leveled up over the years, breaking out of the classical music world. So where else can you find it? Let's take a look.
Hey, remember that question from the beginning? Here's your answer. The cello is everywhere. Rock bands, pop artists, jazz musicians, they all use it to add this really unique flavor to their music. We've already mentioned movie and video game scores, and yes, you can even find cellos absolutely shredding in heavy metal. Its versatility is just off the charts. And a huge part of that modern evolution is this, the electric cello. These can look totally futuristic, and you can plug them into amps and effects pedals, just like an electric guitar. It's basically the cello rebooted for the 21st century, pushing the instrument's sound into completely new territory.
So, what's the big takeaway here? What's the bottom line? The cello is a versatile powerhouse. It can be the foundation,
It can be the melody, and it can be the secret weapon in almost any kind of music you can think of.
So now you know the cello's secrets. The only question left is, where are you going to hear it next? Listen closely to your favorite songs, movies, and games. I bet you're going to discover a new favorite instrument.